Welcome back to SkyFactory 4, and I'd like to first of all thank the person who mentioned that there was choppy recording in the videos. I have had to do a bit of investigation. It turns out it was to do with, well, it is to do with a recent OBS update, and for some reason it works much better if I turn off the preview window. No apparent reason other than that, and hopefully the recording is much better now. So if you guys see anything problem with the recordings, do let me know so I can investigate it, but we should be okay to carry on. Anyway, today I'd like to get started with a better storage system because we have a Planigistics 2 in the pack, and even more importantly, it doesn't have any channels. And that means we don't need to look up a controller. Well, there is a controller, but it is just a, it's a Futura block, so it's just literally a cosmetic. I still like the look of them, but that means we don't have to worry about any channels. So I've got to made a few things already. To get some fluix crystals, you're going to put in some mineral chunks. Mineral chunks. For some reason in this pack, that's how you get fluix crystals. So we get plenty of those available. And also you're going to need to grind up some crushed quartz, and you can do that in the manufactory. So we've got both the prerequisites already. We need to shift to AE2. And you need to craft some inscribers, which are the traditional kind of recipe. So you just need the usual sticky pistons and fluix crystals, and we got 5 of those to get ourselves going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to add some cable along the back. There is no smart cable because there is no channels. So we have regular glass cable. And hopefully an energy acceptor on the end. And let's just see if we can capture that. And let's see if wireless power will go to it. If it doesn't, we may have to cable directly, but let's put that in there. Okay, and now to get our patterns, our press patterns, a bit of an unusual route with this pack. Yes, you can use the inscriber to create itself, but that only helps once you have one. So to get further, we need to go into casting, and we need to cast various different things. So molten tough alloy, iron, steel, and ferroboron. Okay, so we need those 4 things, but we need to have cobblestone circuit molds or printed calculation circuits, but that requires us to have a press at all anyway. So cobblestone circuit molds it will be. To do that, we just need to put a chisel and some cobblestone in an inscriber. So a chisel and some cobblestone. And are you going to actually work? You probably are not. Okay, so that is again an issue with wireless power. For some reason that isn't going to work, and I wish I knew why. Why don't we just see if it'll actually go directly to a cable. If it won't, then I'll have to cable up some other way. Let's just get this going. So we've got to a cable. Will you supply power now? You won't. Okay, if I just go and just grab this temporarily, and we want to go directly. So why don't we just, how are we going to do this? If I just remove the power box from the top. I've got a shulker around somewhere, by the way. It's somewhere under here. I haven't figured out quite where. I was just making it in the this thing, because over here we've got shulkers, I think, being used. Yeah, shulker data model. And that produces other matter down here, pristine shulker matter. The reason why we want that is just so that I can put it in the loop fabricator and then choose glowing chorus fruit. And that will continually work, hopefully. And most importantly, out of that is glowing chorus fruit, once you eat it, gives us 2 minutes of creative flying. So I guess we can do that. We're going to want, we're going to want more than that later, but this, if we can stack it, and we should get over an hour of flying, and we've got that timer at the top right to remind ourselves. So we can do flying quite easily. That's a good thing to start the episode, isn't it? Okay, back onto power for this then. So I guess I could temporarily wire this up. I almost want to move this somewhere else, really, to be honest. But for now, I'm just going to temporarily just move the energy acceptor and some of this stuff. Okay, and we'll do the rest later. There we go. And if we just use one of the energy extraction cables, I think this is already set to output to the top. It is. So hopefully this will then let me run my energy acceptor here, and then run some cable around the back. Again, hopefully. Or in fact, we can probably run it this way, actually. It just blocks things off a little bit. Why don't we just take it up a little bit? And the rain. The rain always comes around to ruin my day. Okay, that should do. And let's just put some inscribers in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And will you now work? So chisel and some cobblestone. Yep, you're working just fine. So yeah, we can't use wireless power, at least until we unlock Flux, and Flux is down here, and that needs 4 prestige points. So I'm not going to do that right away. I've forgotten which inscriber is in there. Okay, so this is going to produce cobblestone, and it only produces 1 at once. The default inscribers are not very good. So just to get around that, we can just use a hopper, and they are sided, so you need to make sure, oh well, this is going to be a problem. We need to input stuff into the back. So let's just grab you. And yep, let's put the single inscriber here. There. Okay, that'll still supply power to it just fine. Yep, but we're going to just attach this to the back, and that will put things into the middle slot, which is where we want it. And then we should end up with more than 1 on the output. Yep, that's working fine. So we need 4 to get the 4 in the calculation presses, but that means we need a few things. So we need tough alloy. Tough alloy, molten tough alloy, and how is that made? Smelting, yeah, yes, but alloying. So lithium and ferroboron, and we need ferroboron anyway. Okay, so ferroboron. And that presumably is made from boron and something else. Alloying steel and boron. Okay, and boron. Do we have boron ore already? Boron? Yes, we have a little bit of that. That's fine. That must have come up. Where did that come up? It must have been the Lost. Yeah, Lost Cities. So we found it over there. Fine. So well, yes. So we need to smelt some of that up. And we need to get some steel as well. So steel, do I have any? Yes, I do. I'm not sure if that doubles, but let's give it a go and let's see what happens. So let's put the boron in, some steel in. In fact, I've already got some steel in, so that's fine. Oh, you won't smelt? Okay, how are we going to get boron then? Uses? Smelting, the melter says it will, but yeah, and says it will with lava as well, but that doesn't seem to like it. But we can put it through the enrichment chamber anyway to get even more ore out of it, because we can double it that way. Yes, enrichment chamber. So enrichment chamber it is. Let's just get 4 of those done. Okay, and then I'll try and smelting stuff up. Okay, our steel has at least a block in there, which is exactly what we need for one of these things. So which one is it? The silicon press. Silicon press is iron block, and the logic press is steel. Okay, so let's just grab the steel first. That's at the bottom. So you can be that. And then once that's poured out, we have 2 blocks of iron left. It's going to take an entire block, not just an ingot, to actually cast this thing out. So do be aware of that. That's done. So iron can go to the bottom. And there you go. So you only need 1 of these. I thought they'd be used up, but apparently nope. They're just like a template, if you like. So that should... Yep, there we go. We've got logic press already, and this one is going as well. So I did have 1 on either, 2 more on the other side, but that's not a problem. We need ferroboron, so we're going to have to go and make a little bit more of that, I think. We're going to just need to make quite a bit more of it, just for some tough alloy and for the ferroboron. It's got 8 ingots already, but it needs a full block, I would imagine, for all of them. Yeah, that's a full block. You're also a full block, yeah. So we need a full 9 ingots. That's not going to take too much longer. We need we have steel, so we just need the boron. There it goes, and the dust form will smelt up just fine. So let's just put 1 in. I'm going to say I'm going to need it quite a bit more for the tough alloy. Is tough alloy just what was it again? Was it ferroboron and lithium? Okay, lithium we should check out as well. Imagine that's going to come from the, yeah, it's going to come from the same Lost Cities dimensions, and we probably already have that as well, so there's plenty of that available. And I'm going to just make sure I craft more of this later, but for now, I'm just going to get 6 lithium, and then we'll be able to craft all 4 of these. And there we have all 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we've got a bunch of different achievements, but that should do fine. And I've got, well, we've got 5 inscribers just because I tend to need more than 1 silicon, but we'll be upgrading these to advanced inscribers pretty soon. So let's just go for calculation, engineering, and logic. And then just put our silicon one over here. Okay, so that should be everything we need to start crafting everything else from AE2. So what are we actually going to need? So we're going to need some Nether Quartz, as you might imagine. We can duplicate the calculation one. Can we duplicate the silicon one easily enough? Silicon one is, yeah, it's just a block of iron to duplicate it. So we may as well do that as well. Block of iron. Iron. I got plenty. Yeah, let's just craft one of those. And we'll use this to duplicate. Doesn't take very long. There we go. And we can put that in there as well. Okay, so now we're going to need the other ingredients. So gold is a given, and diamond also. And I'm going to probably need to create more diamonds. So why don't we just go for that? There we go. This recipe. I still haven't set up the packages, but it's fine. We don't need to change this that often. There we go. In fact, we could even move to AE2 stock keeping systems for that kind of thing. But there we go, and a stack of diamonds. So is it calculation for diamond? No. Unless these have changed recipes. Engineering? Yeah. And logic. There we go. So we're going to need hoppers around the back of these just to get started. Okay. And in the back, we need the corresponding thing. So we just put our stack of gold here, our stack of diamond there. And this one is going to be the quartz, I would imagine. So well, let's just take a look at calculation. Does it need pure nether quartz, or can we use something else? Yeah, we're going to need pure. Okay. So that's going to have to go to an enrichment chamber. And we need crushed quartz and sand to actually get that. Okay, fine. Crushed quartz and sand. Okay, let's just get half of them, craft those up. And in the enrichment chamber. Okay, got some boron dust, but that should give us everything we need. Then we can put it back through. And then, of course, we do need silicon for the silicon press. And let's see what options we've got in this pack. We can use a crusher from Mechanism. Material Stonework Factory can generate it probably directly. And can we actually make that? Well, the manufacturer can make it from sand, yes, but I'd rather make it directly if we can. That doesn't look too bad a recipe because we've already created most of these. So material stonework. But it's useful for a whole bunch of other things as well. How much of that do we already have? Yeah, not too shabby. Let's get an iron pickaxe. And we need some... Oh, it's pink slime. Always annoys me. Yep, so we're not doing that. We're just getting some more sand. If only because pink slime is just a bit of a pain to actually get. We need to get this up a mob farm and all kinds of other stuff. When we can just use our manufactory and put sand through it. And we can make more of one of these, of course, but that's not a problem. And that's our pure nether quartz. So we can just put that into the back as well. That shulker's annoying me, but I don't know where it is. It's underneath there somewhere. I haven't a clue where. Our silicon, and that can get started. And the last one, we can just switch that over from silicon to be the the assemblers. So we need 3 assemblers for the secondary products here, just accepting the output of this printed silicon with these, etc., and you end up with a whole chain of them. Now, advanced inscribers, on the other hand, can we actually make those easily? We just need the engineering processes, not much else. That's good, because we're already making lots of engineering circuits, and we just need lots more silicon, and the combination of the two is going to be probably redstone. Yeah, that recipe hasn't been changed. So we'll get a stack of that, and the redstone can go in the back. Take this out for a second. Redstone's going in the back, and then the top and the bottom, obviously, just these two. There it is. It's going to make our first one, and then we'll start upgrading these all to advanced once I get a few of these made. So advanced then should be straightforward. Yep. And that can just go straight back in. We're going to use the this one for the first thing, which will can just take stacks into this, which is much easier for me. I don't have to put one at a time in there, and we can get a bunch of those made, which of course will let us immediately upgrade all the others to advanced. Then I'll do that off camera. There we go, all nice and upgraded. And we're just really stuck on making printed silicon, so I could make another inscriber if we wanted to just sort of remove the bottleneck there. We have, oh, in fact, no, we have printed silicon there, so we just need everything else. So is that one I had for diamond? Yes, it is. So we can put those in. And let's just make a few more. Let's just craft a few more there and a few more there. Okay, so now we have our inscribers going. They're not automated yet, but we'll deal with that in time. And then we need the rest of it. So we're going to need to get ME drives. They are pretty simple. They just need engineering processes, which we now have. So we want probably a couple of those. So why don't I just craft another one? Okay. And we have this mass storage system here in filing cabinets. Maybe worth keeping these, to be honest. This is 8 times 2 billion each. So having these is actually quite compact. It's not quite as easy as dumping in another drive, but it is quite compact. However, these are okay, but yeah, they take up a lot of space per one. And yes, there's probably, it's 24 by 12, isn't it? So we would need basically a drive for, this is, yeah, this, let's have a look, 4 lots of those. So this is probably the equivalent of one drive will take up about 3 of these once we actually have it upgraded. I think around about that kind of amount anyway. It's not going to take up very much space at all. So we're going to need our enemy drives. We're going to need some basically storage to go in them. 4K are nice to get started with. But in this pack, we probably want to shift them away from 4K fairly soon because we're generating a whole bunch of resources that would fill up each type. If types are still included, yes, they are. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of those with channels. It'd be nice. Yeah, because I'm not pretty much a fan of types. However, we'll get that going. So 64K ME storage cell is the usual recipe. And we need to probably get to auto crafting to be able to make that. Let's just go up there for a second. Yeah, so through 16K, through 4K, through 1K, and then we're back into getting fluix crystals and logic processors. So we can create those on that. Seems to be a different recipe than I remember. So if I make 3 of those, for instance, let's just get a logic processor to 3, and we should be able to upgrade that into a 4K storage cell. By 4K storage components, we need a bit more quartz glass, don't we? Okay, let's just get that going. Quartz glass. Okay, and that should be enough for the 4K ME storage component, and then the 4K ME storage cell. We're then going to need the terminals, and they are not, well, they're usually not that troublesome to make. They can just be a little bit long. So the ME crafting terminal fluid, we're probably going to use ME in pattern, of course. So they are going to need an ME terminal itself to make that. We need fluix dust for a lot of this stuff, so we may as well make some of that. Yeah, fluix dust and mineral chunk. So some of these recipes have actually been changed. Fluix dust is a crusher. I'd rather not go through a crusher, so we can just put it through a manufactory. We're probably going to make multiple of those to actually get this going more long term. Do I have the spare components to do that? I might have. Need a piston. I think I converted them all into sticky pistons. So yeah, we can get an extra manufacturer easily enough. And we're also going to need some fluix crystals. Let's just get a half a stack for now. And dump those in, grab some silicon, and that can go to make more printed silicon. We're going to need quite a few of those. Let's just send half a stack this way and half a stack that way. Cool. And we have lots of fluix dust. That's actually quite a quick process. So I think I should probably put, let's actually just put it down here, because I may want sand as well converted. Let's just put another stack of sand in. Whoops, there we go. Sand. Okay, it's not happy in that position. We'll move it later. There we go. In fact, let's just put the sand in here. Yeah, that's going to convert up and get us more silicon. Fine. So now we have some fluix dust. We can just get that converted over. And that's pretty simple. Let's just get it going. So we want the terminals again, don't we? And why don't I put the crafting terminal in the favorites? Just going to need a workbench, of course, with a calculation processor. Everything else is just the annihilation and formation cores. So let's just grab that formation core. And then we just need a logic processor and an illuminated panel. A regular illuminated panel would probably be the easiest. Yeah, there we go. So one terminal, done. One crafting terminal just needs a workbench and ME crafting terminal. Good. So we've got pretty much everything we need once it's connected. We don't have it in this central system yet, but we could if I just ran some cable over the top. So if we just grab some cable and bring it over here. We don't have this wireless, of course, yet, but we do have a way to get everything done. So 2 drives and 1 ME crafting terminal. There we go. And there we go. AE2. And we're going to sort this once it goes in. So let's just put, we can't put anything in yet because we don't have the storage cell. So let's put the storage cell in. And now we should be able to put stuff in. Yep, that works perfectly fine. And let's just put that in and then resort by number of items. That will do the job. And at some point, you can decide to switch over to using AE2 from storage request tables. And I would like a wireless upgrade. So wireless AE2 is going to be a very nice thing to have. Yeah. Do I remember how to actually install one of these things? I need multiple different blocks. 1 second. Okay, so the wireless terminal then. Straightforward recipe. We need a wireless receiver, which is a Fluix Pearl. That's going to need a few things, but we should have most of those. Yes, we do. Good. Wireless receiver needs quartz fiber. Yeah, so we've got a wireless receiver. And then we're going to need a ME terminal, which I've already made an extra one of, and a dense energy cell. Now that needs energy cells, which in turn need pure nether quartz, and that should be those. Have we got enough? Yes, we do. So now how do I have enough for a wireless terminal? Yep. Are you going to charge? You are going to charge with my wireless charger. Oh, so nice. Okay, so we do need to then link that, I think, and we need the sort of little antenna that I never remember the name of. Wireless access point. Yes, so we need another wireless one of these. So let's just get that going. We need another one of you. And then I think we have everything we need there. So the wireless access point you need to put somewhere. You're going to have range from that point outwards. So I'm just going to go and put it on top of here for now. Hopefully, if you let me put it there. Yep. And then power units redstone flux. It doesn't really much matter. Range, however, it can be boosted. So we can make a wireless booster. And I don't think I have whether I have any ender pearl dust right now. Let's just see. Do I have any in the system? Or the old system? Yeah, we have quite a few. So why don't we just see how far we can boost this? Yeah, 30.6. That's not too bad, but yeah, I'm going to want something better than that later. We're going to need to craft more of those wireless boosters, unless there's an infinite booster. Infinite. Let's just see if there is an infinite. I haven't seen one. No. There is normally an infinite booster anyway. I'll see whether it actually is in this particular pack. And do we need a security terminal, or can we use this? It's probably going to be a security terminal, I would have thought. Just to link our wireless terminal to everything else. So, I mean, security terminal, is that a different recipe? Yeah, that's going to need a few other bits and pieces. Oh, that's annoying. I'm going to have to make a few more things. 1 second. See if we can just craft a lot of this stuff without running out of materials. So a terminal. Yep. And a chest. Yeah, and we just need the 16k now. So 16k needs 3 4ks, and that needs 3 1ks. So yeah, obviously we need a few of these, and I'm going to need a bunch of bits and pieces, including lots of fluix crystals. So let me go away and make those. Well, we can make a few, but not very many. I'm going to need to get those upgraded. So give me a... Oh, hang on. I did have some crafting while I was going. Good. So that will be enough for 1 4k, 2 4ks, and Just short again. Need to craft more flux crystals, which yeah, don't really have a shortcut for that just yet. Just mineral saplings. So let's just get the mineral. And let's put them in. And what I think I want to probably do is see if there's the upgrade. You know, we have the elite smelting factory. Well, there's probably the elite other things as well in mechanism, and we should probably get to those while we're at it. So elite crushing, compressing, combining, purifying, injecting, enriching. Which one were infusing? Yeah, elite infusing factory. Okay, so if I make a basic infusing factory from metallurgic infuser, that should do the job. We can get this 7 times normal speed. And I just need to remember the name of the thing. Infusing. Elite infusing. Yep, and we'll remember that. So let's just get an extra metallurgic infuser. And then, oops, back up 1. Get the factory. Infuser. I crafted 1. Not sure why it wouldn't shift click in. That's the basic version. And basic, we can go up to advanced if we have the components, which I'm just missing a few of these advanced control circuits. I'm missing basic circuits. Okay, so we have the basic factory anyway, so we can actually just replace our existing one here or put this down somewhere else. Let's just take that up for a second. And let's put our basic infusing factory down. Okay, that's 3 times normal. I'll take it though. Turn on auto sort, dump that in. And why are you... Oh, you need redstone. Yeah. So I want to probably get redstone through the infusing chamber, but in the meantime, just because I'm just short on it, why don't I just make some redstone? Make some regular redstone and don't worry about the quality aspect. It's redstone blocks, isn't it? It's going to be a redstone block. Yeah. Plenty of redstone. There we go. And go away. And we'll just dump this in here. Is that everything we need? Infusing factory? That should be everything we need, unless I've got this wrong. Why won't you accept redstone? Am I misunderstanding this part? Maybe it only takes the advanced recipes. Let's have a look. Elite infusing factory. Yeah, it should be. Should be the same. Unless it only takes the upgraded version of the redstone. No, I should take the regular one as well. It just isn't shift clicking in. Okay, so I just have to move it manually into the slot. Slightly annoying, but I guess it does work. And that should be 3 times faster than normal. Obviously, we can apply more upgrades than that, but for now, that will do. And we have that last bit of flux crystal that I actually needed for the wireless stuff. So 1 second. So now we should have the flux crystal we need for the last 1K, which will let us get the 4K. Once I have, what am I missing? A calculation processor? Maybe I just need to dump those in. So let's just find one of you. And let's get it to make some. Yeah, we've got some printed silicon. We don't need any more engineering ones. We do need some more of those, so let's get that going and let's put the rest in here. In fact, I've got a full stack anyway, so just a couple of calculation processors should do it. And one there. This is a 4K, which gets us a 16K. And that gets us the security terminal. So we can just put that down somewhere. It doesn't much matter where at the moment. Let's actually just put it on top. Okay, and now I should be able to link my wireless terminal through to this network. So now it should show me what's in the network. And there's nothing in there at the moment, but if I just dump in a couple of miscellaneous things, yeah, I do have access to it. And how's the range? So if I head down here, out of range. But fine here. Okay. So it's okay. It's, again, not going to be cross-dimension, I would doubt. But available on anywhere on my platform that I actually want it to. And that means that behind the scenes in the background, I'm going to do that between the episodes, I can craft either more 4K drives, or we can think about upgrading the 4K up to something like 64K drives, or whatever, but we'll need some kind of auto crafting system for that. I'm not going to do that manually. It takes far, far too long. And the good thing with our channels is that the auto crafting setups for AE2 just become easy. You can just put in your cable, ME glass cable, just stack it up, and then just stack in molecular assemblers around the outside and interface blocks, and just start dumping in your recipes, really. So quite nice. So that's it for today. Next episode, we're going to maybe go into auto crafting, maybe something else, not quite decided yet. We'll see. If anyone's got any questions, or if you want to have any advice for that kind of thing, feel free to put it for other players down in the comments down below. If you get any problems with the video quality, do let me know again in the video in the comments down below, and we'll see you next episode, I think, for some more SkyFactory 4. And probably starting to convert over, I think, between the episodes, between the two systems. Only problem is, if I want something in one system to autocraft with, it has to be in the other system. So we are going to have to convert over. And I think I'm going to be moving out these inscribers somewhere else and then recabling and stuff. But because we've got the ability to fly now, you'll see the timer at the top right isn't going down when I'm not using it. However, when I am wanting to use this, it's just missing polymer clay. I need to grab more of that stuff. We should have everything we need from this. So let's just grab more of you. Get another stack. And in here, yeah. So if I just move this across. Yeah, it's going to take a while to fill up that gauge. Is there a glutton charm? Can we actually make that? Golden apple? Glutton charm? Yep. This should be much faster. Let's see. How fast does it go now? Yep, there we go. So glutton charm just basically eats food a lot faster than normal. So if you want to actually use that, feel free. It's just sort of hilarious for actually doing it. So yeah, our timer is there, and we can start the timer, of course, by going into creative flight. So quite a nice option, and it retains this super armor from Tinker's Construct Armory, I should say. Construct's Armory. Yeah, so very good. We've got flight, and I guess I can now go and see where that shulker is. There it is. It attaches itself to the bottom of the platform. Go away. Okay, there we go. We can even have a look over here. I think this is the building gadget. Yeah, I think I built straight down. So yeah, we can build on multiple levels really quite easily now. Full 17 minutes of flight, and of course we can generate more just with the shulker stuff in here. That's going to take a little while to get through, but it will start generating shulker matter, and you can see immediately that just turns straight into glowing chorus fruit for 3 minutes per time. So if this gets a lot more XP, it'll get a lot more shulker matter, and around we go. Okay, so as I was saying, that's it for today's episode. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want to subscribe, share, but otherwise, as always, guys, thanks for watching.